So please don't take this video as offensive, as saying you're wrong, as saying I'm right, or as a trolling video, because this video is 100% none of those things. I have done a why I'm voting for Donald Trump video, sort of trolling in the past, which I did when I kind of didn't really know a lot about his campaign. I didn't really consider him a serious candidate back then. You know, I was very just not into politics when I made that video. Not that I'm super into it now, but I do follow it because, you know, as a citizen who votes and as an American, and I don't know if it's public record, but you can look up, I've never voted a day in my life. Yeah, okay, so it makes it seem like this video that's on Twitter is like really bad. Look, I grew up, okay, first and foremost, so there's a video going around on Twitter, a really old video of me with a Trump shirt before, I want to say before even Trump got the nomination for the Republican Party, like way before he got elected, and I want to say before he got the nomination, that I was supporting Trump, because to me at the time, it seemed so ridiculous that he would actually get the nomination and actually win. It wasn't like, it's so ridiculous in my mind. There was no way. That the clip that's like going around on Twitter now is like me talking. I can't even watch it, to be honest. Like, I've deleted those videos, but you know, like I said, once on the internet, always on the internet. And I can't even watch it because like it's just stupid stuff that I would hear people say, like from my hometown and stuff like that, people I followed on Facebook, and I would just repeat it because I was like, okay, this is controversy. I just wanted to make this video maybe to show a different side, or maybe explain a little bit more of where I think Donald Trump is coming from and what's he going to do for our country without necessarily the crazy antics that come along with Donald Trump. Okay, so we're going to get to all the points that most people talk about when it comes to Donald Trump, and I'm going to hit those and try and maybe just educate y'all a little bit more on where I think he's coming from and what I think he's going to do, which will ultimately better our country. I was kind of nervous to make this video because I was like, do I want to make this video? Do I want to really bring it up? Because I don't really go about trolling anymore on my channel, so I don't want to like make people uncomfortable or offend anyone at all. Trust me, this is literally just my opinion and viewpoint and stance, and I just feel like it needs to be, you know, we need to speak out more about it, because I feel like if we don't, like I wasn't gonna make this video and I was like, you know what, but if I don't and I have this voice, then it could affect the outcome of the election. It could, you just never know. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna speak out about it.
Hey guys, so first and foremost, I'm getting over a hellish cold. So if I sound kind of rough, that's why. You may also hear cooing and cawing in the background. That's Aurora basically just talking to herself. She's starting to talk now a little bit, not talk, but you know what I mean. And I really wasn't planning on doing this video until I found the original video that was referenced in the tweet going around concerning Trisha Paytas and her alleged trolling video in support of Trump and things like that. And that's what this video is about, obviously. So the reason why I'm here is to talk about this situation, because I first and foremost, I understand why some channels may have not done a video on the subject, because whenever drama channels or anyone who's a YouTuber who does not talk about politics on a daily basis on their channel or any form of social media, whenever one of us talks politics, and it's normally people who are of opposing beliefs or opposing views, and that's fine, like whatever, it is what it is. Whenever we mention anything political, people get upset and they say stick to the drama in the beauty community, like stay away from politics. The fact of the matter is, I'm an adult, as is the majority of my audience, you guys, and as such, we should be able to be civil to one another, regardless of political views, of what shape the world is views. Like, come on, we should be able to be civil to each other. With that being said, I'm asking my audience to please be civil to one another. We are all entitled to our own beliefs, free of judgment. I shouldn't to say that, but I do. If you don't agree with my choice to do this video, I understand. Trust me, I'm not going to berate anybody or be mean to anybody or degrade anybody. That's not what I do. I try and respect everyone's opinions, and I try to walk away from every conversation I have with a let's agree to disagree attitude if we are just not gonna agree with each other. You know what I mean? So I understand how you feel and why you feel that way. Like I said, a lot of us in the drama community, I guess, or the beauty community, whenever politics get brought up, we get backlash for it. I invite you to perhaps log off of this video, find something else to watch for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video when we go back to doing silly beauty community drama, because the majority of it is very silly. And perhaps if by chance my views cause you to unsubscribe, I understand that too. I wish you well and hope that you can find another channel that suits your political views, or maybe perhaps doesn't even have political views at all and they just keep it to what they talk about and that's it. I hope you find that for yourself, and that's that. Now, unfortunately, I cannot cover this topic without getting political. There's no way around that. But I feel so strongly about the situation because it's my people, the Latin community, that continue to be specifically targeted by this administration and its supporters. She says in her damage control video, I don't support Trump, I never have, but that's a blatant lie. And anybody who watched your original video, they called you out on that shit. And more than half of the comments in your damage control video are all people calling you out, saying, you know this is a lie. She wants to, along with her supporters, they all want to say, oh, this was a trolling video, this was fake, this wasn't real. But she says herself in the introduction of the video, don't see this as a trolling video because it's not that.
But please don't take this video as offensive, as saying you're wrong, as saying I'm right, or as a trolling video, because this video is 100% none of those things. I was kind of nervous to make this video because I was like, do I want to make this video? Do I want to really bring it up? Because I don't really go about trolling anymore on my channel.
I'm sorry. I think it is so wrong to use excuses like, oh, she was trolling, this was fake, it was for shock value. No, that's a bunch of bull. And you know that. That's the reason why you went so quickly and made this video. As soon as this clip was making the rounds on Twitter, she had a video up immediately. How are you going to backtrack on all those things, saying that it was shock value, it was trolling, it was this, it was that? And it wasn't a long time ago. You were saying, oh, it was 5 years ago I made that video. No, it wasn't. If you support him, support him. Say it with your chest, sis. That's all everyone's trying to say, is that you are sitting here blatantly lying to people who supported you the entire time. Like, don't lie. If you want to support a known racist, because that's the one thing you will not change my mind on, I don't care how many times you try to tell me he's not racist. No, Presidente Naranja is absolutely 100% racist. He absolutely is. And his favorite target, his target of choice, is the Latin community. And it has been. And he's showing it right now, because this wall that you made light of, you talked about so positively in your video, Trisha.
The problem is when they enter illegally, or drug trafficking, which is the wall. The wall, I suppose, is not to be like, we don't want immigrants. It's to control who does come into our country, because we have so many illegal immigrants in this country right now. I live in California. There are so many taking our jobs, not paying taxes, which are two horrible situations in regards to our horrible economy. So you're taking our jobs, you're not paying taxes, we're paying for you. Same thing goes with the women who come over here to have the baby to give the American benefits. They come over here pregnant, have the baby, they can stay, and now they're reaping the benefits of Americans without having to do the duties that we have to do as Americans.
This is the same wall that he promised all of his supporters that Mexico would pay for. This wall is not going to be paid by the US. Mexico is going to pay for this wall. Mexico said, pendejo, I fucking think not. We're not paying for shit. This administration and this president hates Latinos so much that he shut down the government for going on nearly a month now, because he's throwing a temper tantrum because the Democratic Party is saying absolutely no, we are not going to approve the funding for this wall. He wants 5-point-something billion for a wall, and it's not a wall, like I said, on the northern border. It's only the southern border that he's asking the wall for. He was proudly saying, I will keep this shutdown, this government shutdown, going for as long as I need to until I get funding for my wall. He hates Latinos that much this much that he is happily continuing this government shutdown, causing over 800,000 federal employees and federal workers to go without work. And actually, some of them, this is more fucked up to me, some of them are actually going to work without getting paid. All because he will not get the funding that he wants for the wall, the same wall that he said on his campaign trail that Mexico was going to pay for. And now he's in panic mode because everyone's like, hey, look, where's the wall? Making promises you can't keep, dude. It's gonna bite you in the ass. And now look, now everyone is paying for it, because not only do the federal employees have this bull crap to go through, but anybody who relies on SNAP benefits, so food stamps or Section 8 housing, they're all going to have to now deal with being either evicted or going without food or whatever the case may be. There are tons of programs that people rely on in the United States of America to live day by day that are now going to be without funding starting as early as next month. In 2 weeks' time, less than that now, people are going to now be in dire straits because of this stupid ass wall. I'm sorry, I went off on a little tangent there, guys, but I feel so strongly about this because, like I said, I feel like this administration and this president targets Latinos directly, specifically, especially in regards to this stupid ass wall. Like, they hate us. They do not like Latinos. And you know what? My family and I, we try to make light of it. We make jokes about it. Like, even more recently, my Tío George and I went to go visit my abuelita Clary. She's in a home right now because she has severe Alzheimer's. And one of his favorite things to do with her when he visits her is he'll put on her favorite music. So like older salsa, bachata, cumbia, things like that to kind of like help trigger some memories in her, and it gets a reaction out of her because she loves that music, and she'll shake a little bit and do a little shimmy, you know, a little sofrito dance, you know. It gets a reaction out of her. So he loves to do that to kind of try anything to keep her memory at least a little bit there, even though it's mostly gone. Anyways, long story short, so we put the music on and she's there starting to do her little dance and everything, and Aurora's in her little stroller thing cooing and cawing and enjoying the music too. And my Tío turns to me because the music's pretty loud and he's like, maybe I should turn this down in case someone gets the idea of calling Trump and getting us all deported. And we laugh at it, but it's one of those things where we laugh at it but we know it's something that could happen, because nowadays people love to call the cops or call ICE on people who they don't even know if they're illegal or not. They'll call the cops on you like that, and they have no qualms about getting you deported. They don't give a shit anymore here. In any case, let's go back to Trisha. But this is the reason why I feel so strongly about this and what she said in that video, because she tried so hard to deny that she supported Trump at any point in time. But you even said it yourself in that video, in the original video that you said was trolling and it was for shock value, that it wasn't trolling and that you meant everything and you felt so strongly about it and all this shit. Stick to that same energy. If you support him, support him. But understand you are supporting a racist. I apologize if that offends anybody. Our president is a racist. Now, the one thing that made me even more sad about her video, her damage control video, I should say, was the point in which she says that she is a 30-year-old who has never voted, even though in her video, her original video on Trump, she says, I'm a X amount of year old person who votes and I want to talk to you guys about Trump and things like that. Which is it? Do you vote or do you not vote? If you don't vote, why are you not voting? It is a privilege in this country to be able to vote for our leadership. And when you don't vote, things like what we have right now, what we're dealing with in the White House, this is what happens to our country. I don't care if you're Republican, if you're Democratic, if you're Independent Party. I don't care if you're a Green Party. I don't care what party you vote for. Please exercise your right to vote in this country, because every vote counts. I know that is something that gets talked about back and forth with people who have conspiracy theories. Votes don't count. Our votes don't count. The popular vote counts. The electoral college counts. Whatever. I don't care what your viewpoints are. Just vote, please. I don't know if Trisha will ever watch this video, because who the hell am I? You know what I mean? In regards to her, who the hell am I? But I am not here to demonize you, Trisha. I'm not here to say anything negative about you. I'm just calling out the lies, because you lied in your video, your recent video. You did lie. Maybe at one point when you made that initial video, you supported Trump, even though on the campaign trail, he was very blatantly racist on that campaign trail, as well as being very disgusting towards a lot of people, including the poor gentleman who he made fun of with a disability. That was absolutely disgusting. I'm not here to demonize you for supporting him. I have talked to so many people who supported him, not in everything. They weren't racist, they didn't believe in the wall, didn't believe in this, but there were some things that he promised in the campaign trail that they believed in, and that I understand, I get it. And obviously things have drastically changed from the time he was just campaigning and making all those promises, pulling them all out of his ass to get elected, and between now to where he is literally in dire straits trying to cling on to anything to keep his word on this stupid ass wall. Times have changed from then and now. And with that being said, a lot of his true colors, his real true colors, came to the surface the minute he became president. Now, maybe you supported him back then.
And not that all Muslims are terrorists. Absolutely not am I saying that in no way, shape, or form. And you know, there are awful Americans here too. Like, I'm not saying like, oh my gosh, the immigrants are ruining our country. They're not. It's just not fair to Americans here, whether you're a natural born citizen or, you know, you're a resident or, you know, what have you. It's not fair to those of us who are working hard, trying to better ourselves, better the economy, paying the taxes. It's just not fair. We're just going to be actually just digging ourselves into a deeper hole, which again is why I think Donald Trump would make a great president. He's not just a politician, he's a really brilliant business guy. And I think to have someone who is so knowledgeable and successful in business,
I think the fuck not.
Here are 10 failed Donald Trump ventures.
Number 10, Trump, the game.
Number 9, Trump Airline.
Number 8, Trump Mortgage.
Number 7, Trump Vodka.
Number 6, GoTrump.com.
Number 5, Trump Universities.
Number 4, Trump Steaks.
Number 3, Trump Casinos.
Number 2, Trump Magazine.
Number 1, human decency. There is a reason to believe Donald Trump fails at having even basic levels of human decency.
The poor guy, you gotta see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. Oh, I don't remember.
And you don't support him now. If that's the case, you could have just said that in your video. So, you know, at one point in time, you know, I really wasn't as educated, and he said a lot of things I believed in, and so and so and so forth. But now, seeing the way he's doing things now, I don't support him whatsoever, and I've changed my mind. And everyone would have been okay with that. You know, that would have been one situation, but you sat there and blatantly lied, saying that you never supported him, that you don't believe in what he believes in. It just, why lie? You know, we're not stupid. The internet, like you point out in your video, the internet keeps things forever. So once something's on the internet, it is always going to be there. The most ignorant statement you said in your damage control video was when you said that politics don't directly affect you. They do. They did, especially last year when we had all the situation with even Facebook, YouTube specifically was in the news. The internet as a whole was in the news. Our way of life as far as YouTube and making money on YouTube would have been threatened had things been passed just last year, which I will put all the videos down below. Please educate yourself. We saw politicians asking really stupid questions to Mark Zuckerberg when he was not on trial, but he was being questioned in regards to how the Facebook platform worked. There were people from Google there who Google partners with YouTube. Hello, you would have been directly affected by that because you rely on, as well as me, you rely on our channels to make us money, to be able to buy, Trisha specifically, to buy the food you eat in your mukbangs that make you all that money and people watch it, to buy you that, I'm sorry, it was a hideous Fendi outfit that you wore in a collaboration video with your best friend Jeffree Star. I mean, your way of life would have been threatened had things gone the other way. They did not, thankfully, and I'm pretty sure the investigations are still going on, but your way of life would have been threatened and making money would have been threatened had things gone the other way with that investigation. So yes, politics do directly impact you. And you know what, you almost had me fooled towards the end there when you were getting teary-eyed, even though you said you don't like crying apology videos, and I'm assuming you were shading Laura Lee for that, by the way, which you now are in no place to be shading anybody for busted ass apologies, because this takes the cake. But you were getting all teary-eyed in regards to watching the news and seeing the kids being held captive in cages like animals. Kids from Latin America being held in cages without food, without water, in some cases without air, in inhumane conditions. Most of the time, kids are dying. There were multiple children who died while they were in cages in the holding cells at that checkpoint at the border. You get teary-eyed about that, and you say, you know, what am I supposed to do? I'm helpless. I feel helpless. I can't do anything. You know what you can do? Vote. Vote in the local elections. Vote in the state elections. Vote in the general election when it comes to the president. Please educate yourself. That's what you can do. The best thing you could do as a citizen of the United States of America is to vote. If you want to make a change, it starts locally. Make a change in your local government. Do what you can to make a change where you are, and you will see in the grand scheme of things, it may not happen till a couple of years down the road, but you made a change. Things will change. Things will happen. We are, as of right now, in a very disturbing, very fucked up point in time in this country. I have never, in my entire 28 years of being on this earth, I have never seen anything like what we're going through right now with this president. And it is terrifying to me, especially as a Latina woman with a Latina child. It is terrifying to watch this happen. I fear for my child. In any case, guys, that's all I'm gonna say for today. I apologize if I offended anybody, but it's just, she was allowed to say her views publicly in that busted ass video. I'm gonna react to it publicly, and that's the way I feel. And I'm hoping that you guys will understand that, and I'm hoping that we can start conversations below and we can be civil about it. Because as passionate as I am about this, and how heated I am about this, because it directly affects my family, I hope that, Trisha, you do educate yourself and you do realize that you are a 30-year-old woman and you have skipped out. If you truly have skipped out voting, you could just be saying that so you don't feel bad because you voted for Trump if you did. I don't know what to believe because you lied so many times in both videos, but I'm hoping that you do your research and you actually do become active when it comes to politics, because it does involve you. Anyways, guys, that's all I'm going to say for today. I love you guys so much. Talk to you guys later. Bye.